In the quiet corners of our hearts, we often wonder, how can good people, people we admire who extend kindness and compassion, transform into shadows of their former selves? This metamorphosis is not a mere flick of a switch. It is an intricate dance of life circumstances, emotional turbulence, and the unseen battles that rage beneath the surface. As we journey through the layers of this complex question, we will uncover the hidden transformation that takes place within the soul, revealing the delicate balance between light and darkness that resides in all of us. Picture a vibrant garden, carefully nurtured with love, where flowers bloom and birds sing. Here, goodness flourishes, but every garden has its weeds. Sometimes these weeds can creep in almost unnoticed, their roots wrapping around the delicate stems of virtue. As we navigate the human experience, we confront the challenges that beckon us towards negative thought patterns and emotional imbalances that can cloud our judgment and erode our innate goodness. This story is not just about others, it's also an exploration of our own potential for transformation, for better or worse. As we peel back the layers of this transformation, we realize that the first glimmers of darkness do not arrive with a loud bang. Instead, they whisper their presence softly as we face disappointments, betrayals, or existential crises. The journey from light to shadow can begin with a momentary lapse in our values, a choice influenced by pain, or the overwhelming need to protect ourselves from further hurt. It is crucial to understand that beneath the surface, there lies the potential for healing, a chance to reclaim our inner brightness if we courageously confront the darkness that threatens to consume us. Before we venture too deep into the realm of shadows, let us pause and recognize the radiant light that exists within each one of us. This light symbolizes our goodness, the compassion, empathy, and love that define our human experience. It's essential to acknowledge that this light shines even in the face of adversity. It is our guiding star, the beacon that can lead us back home when we feel lost and weary. As we reflect on the goodness within, we gradually uncover the resilience that lies beneath layers of fear and doubt. Close your eyes and envision a time when you acted from a place of true kindness. Perhaps you helped a stranger in need or shared a moment of laughter with a friend. These instances remind us that goodness can be a powerful force, one that uplifts not only ourselves, but also those around us. Recognizing this light requires introspection and self-compassion, allowing us to disconnect from negative self-talk and reconnect with the innate goodness that resides deep in our essence. It is a reminder that we are not defined solely by our struggles, but rather by the light that endures despite them. However, acknowledging our inner goodness is only the first step. To ensure that it flourishes, we must make a conscious effort to nurture it. Surrounding ourselves with positivity, practicing gratitude, and engaging in acts of kindness are ways we can cultivate this light. These actions reinforce the truth that, even amidst darkness, our goodness has the potential to grow. By doing so, we can create a fertile soil for our light to blossom and shine bright, serving as a shield against the encroaching shadows of negativity that threaten to dim our spirit. As the saying goes, even the best gardens can fall prey to weeds if not tended to properly. Similarly, the seeds of darkness often take root imperceptibly within our hearts. These seeds can manifest through life's hardships, betrayal from a trusted friend, loss of a loved one, or feelings of isolation and inadequacy. Each experience, if left unaddressed, nourishes these seeds and gives rise to negative emotions like resentment, anger, and despair. It is critical to recognize these feelings as part of our human experience, not as the entirety of who we are. When we allow negativity to flourish unchecked, it begins to alter our perceptions and distort our thoughts. The weeds seem small at first, perhaps a fleeting moment of jealousy or a minor grievance, yet when dismissed, they can grow into a tangled mass of bitterness that clouds our view of ourselves and others. This gradual shift can blind us to the goodness within and around us, reinforcing the belief that we are victims of circumstance. To combat this internal assault, we must engage in active self-awareness and acknowledge these seeds before they take root in our souls. Ultimately, understanding how negativity holds the potential to flourish within us is key to preventing our transformation into something we do not wish to become. We must cultivate an environment where positivity can thrive, both in our minds and in our surroundings. This involves fostering healthy relationships, setting boundaries that protect our energy, and challenging the negative thought patterns that seek to define our narrative. Armed with this awareness, We can transform the response to adversity from one of despair to an opportunity for growth and empowerment. Every day, we stand at the crossroads of choices, each decision acting as a fork in the path that shapes our journey. The choices we make, no matter how trivial they may seem at first, can significantly influence the trajectory of our lives. Picture this. Each decision is a seed planted in the soil of our consciousness. A simple act of kindness or a moment of anger both grow and flourish, turning into deep-rooted patterns that define our character. By recognizing the weight of our choices, we reclaim the power to steer our lives towards the light. However, the allure of negativity can often cloud our judgment, leading us away from constructive choices. It's easy to gravitate towards reactions fueled by anger or frustration in difficult times. Yet every time we choose to respond with negativity, we reinforce an unhealthy response pattern, turning a moment of weakness into a habit. The real power lies in our ability to pause and reflect before we act. By making conscious choices that align with our inner goodness, we break free from harmful cycles and redirect ourselves towards healing and growth. At times, the roads less traveled, the ones that require an extra effort toward positivity, may seem daunting, yet they promise a brighter horizon. Imagine standing at that fork in the path, one way leading to resentment and bitterness, and the other illuminating a path of forgiveness and understanding. Embracing the courage to choose the latter can profoundly redefine our journey. Every choice is an opportunity to nurture our light and regain ownership of our narrative, steering us away from darkness and towards a life filled with possibility and hope. The subtle transition from kindness to coldness often goes unnoticed until it manifests as a chasm in our relationships and hearts. Initially, this evolution may be imperceptible, marked by an innocuous shrug of indifference or a moment of discouragement that lingers too long. Kindness, once a cherished trait, can slowly give way to emotional distance, leaving us feeling isolated from those we love. It's crucial to pay attention to these initial signs before they grow into a formidable barrier that shields us from vulnerabilities and connections. One of the earliest indicators of this shift is a growing disappointment in ourselves and others. As we encounter setbacks or disillusionment, we might unknowingly begin to withdraw, constructing walls around our heart as a defense mechanism. This coldness, a shadow cast by disappointment, acts as a protective cloak, but ultimately inhibits the warmth and trust that relationships flourish upon. Recognizing these moments, where the warmth of connection fades, is vital to prevent the erosion of empathy and understanding. Moreover, the transformation into coldness often serves as a warning signal, a gentle tap on the shoulder urging us to reevaluate our emotional states. It is an internal call to action, prompting us to confront the feelings we might prefer to ignore, such as frustration, fear, or sadness. By acknowledging these emotions and addressing the root causes, we reclaim the ability to show kindness, not only towards others but also towards ourselves. This self-awareness can rekindle our capacity for compassion, helping us navigate the delicate balance between vulnerability and strength. The energy of the people we surround ourselves with plays a significant role in shaping our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Each person we interact with carries their own unique vibration, and these energies intertwine, creating a tapestry that can either uplift or drain us. Imagine walking into a room filled with laughter and warmth. The atmosphere instantly elevates your spirit. Conversely, think about situations where negativity consumes the air, pulling you down as if caught in quicksand. It's a potent reminder that the company we keep has profound effects on our inner landscape. To nurture our light, it is essential to be mindful of those we allow into our personal ecosystem. People who radiate positivity and support can inspire us to embrace our goodness, while those who dwell in negativity may inadvertently sow seeds of doubt and despair. Identifying toxic relationships, those that leave us drained or questioning our worth, becomes a vital step in safeguarding our own energy. It is not merely a matter of cutting ties, but rather prioritizing our emotional well-being and surrounding ourselves with those who reflect the light we wish to see in the world. In this journey of transformation, we must also consider our role within the circles we inhabit. Are we contributing to the light or the shadows? By embodying positivity and kindness, we have the power to uplift others, shifting the dynamics of our relationships towards those of support and encouragement. In doing so, we create a ripple effect. When one individual chooses to shine their light, it inspires others to do the same. Embracing this communal energy not only helps us resist the pull of darkness, but also reinforces the understanding that we are all interconnected in our quest for goodness. Our environment, both physical and emotional, exerts a powerful influence on our psyche and behavior. Like a stone thrown into a pond, our surroundings send out ripples that can touch aspects of our existence in ways we might not even recognize. From the spaces we inhabit to the people we interact with, the energy surrounding us holds the potential to either nourish our goodness or feed the shadows within. Imagine stepping into a serene garden filled with blooming flowers. This tranquility invites peace and reflection, contrasting sharply with a chaotic environment that breeds stress and negativity. When we spend time in environments that uplift us, such as supportive friendships, encouraging workplaces, or peaceful settings, we cultivate an internal landscape ripe for growth and positivity. The gentle ebb and flow of such spaces fosters resilience and inner strength, empowering us to face life's challenges. In contrast, toxic environments, those marked by criticism, jealousy, or discord, can erode our self-esteem and promote feelings of inadequacy. These spaces become breeding grounds for negativity, where shadows can flourish and overshadow our innate goodness if we allow them to. Recognizing the impact of our surroundings is a necessary step in our journey towards light. It calls for an intentional reevaluation of our relationships and environments, an invitation to ask ourselves whether they support our growth or hinder it. By actively seeking spaces that reflect our values, those that enhance our joy, foster creativity, and promote connection, we align ourselves with the energy that nurtures rather than stifles our essence. The choice to anchor ourselves in positive environments creates a safer harbor for our light, ensuring that we resist the lure of darkness that may surround us. Beneath the facade of our daily lives, silent struggles often wage war within us, an internal battle that few may ever witness. The weight of anxiety, insecurity, and past traumas can linger in the shadows, slowly creating fissures in our emotional landscape. We may wear smiles on our faces, engaged in the routines of life, while inside, an unseen conflict rages. This dichotomy can lead to feelings of isolation, as we wonder whether others experience the same turmoil, leaving us to battle our demons in silence. These silent struggles can morph into a boiling pot of frustration and hopelessness, leading even the kindest hearts down a path of darkness. The feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt, if left unaddressed, can snowball into despair, overshadowing the goodness that resides within. Those who grapple with internal battles may feel compelled to disengage from kindness, believing that their struggles render them less deserving of love and compassion. The key lies in recognizing that these struggles are an intrinsic part of the human experience. Acknowledging them is the first step towards healing. Facing our inner battles requires courage, vulnerability, and a willingness to seek support. It's about opening up to trusted friends or professionals, sharing our burdens, and shedding light on the aspects of ourselves that we'd rather keep hidden. In facing these silent struggles together, we create a shared understanding that we are not alone in our struggles. Embracing vulnerability fosters connections that not only heal our wounds but also affirm our innate goodness, allowing us to emerge stronger and more radiant than ever before. The moment of shift often occurs without warning, a pivotal instant when our integrity begins to falter. It may start with a surge of disappointment or an undeniable sense of injustice. This critical juncture marks the transformation of our goodness into grievance, turning our heart's warmth into simmering frustration. As we allow grievances to take hold, they become lenses through which we view the world, distorting our perception and overshadowing the light within. It is vital to recognize when this shift occurs. Acknowledging it provides a foothold for reflection and potential healing. This shift can be deceptively alluring, as feelings of grievance often come with an immediate sense of validation. A grievance can feel like an anchor, a way to address the pain we've experienced. Yet, if not managed, it can evolve into bitterness that clouds our judgment. As this perspective solidifies, the goodness we once embodied recedes, replaced by a perspective steeped in anger. Instead of acting from love and compassion, we may find ourselves responding from a place of hurt, inadvertently pushing others away and reinforcing our isolation. Understanding this moment of shift enables us to reclaim our narrative. Instead of succumbing to the grievance, we have a choice: to either wallow in the darkness or seek the light that envelops the situation. This choice becomes a powerful tool for transformation. It invites us to confront our grievances constructively, employing empathy and understanding to heal. By focusing on forgiveness and letting go, we pave the way for reconciliation not only with others, but also within ourselves. This process ultimately allows our goodness to resurface, illuminating the path forward. Unforgiveness is a heavy burden, an emotional chain that binds us to the past and holds us prisoner to pain. Each grievance left unresolved resonates like echoes in a canyon, distorting our perception of love and trust while robbing us of the peace we so desperately seek. We may tell ourselves that holding on to anger is a way to protect our hearts, yet in reality, it only fuels the flames of resentment, perpetuating a cycle of suffering that shadows our lives. It can be challenging to confront the idea that, while we may have been wronged, the greatest cost is to our own well-being when we refuse to let go. In our quest for justice, we often forget that forgiveness is not about excusing the actions of others. Rather, it is about freeing ourselves from emotional ties that no longer serve us. When we cling to those echoes of unforgiveness, we find ourselves replaying old narratives, blocking new experiences from entering our lives. This stagnation can lead to a variety of negative emotions, anxiety, despair, and a pervasive sense of hopelessness. As we continue to hold on to pain, we dim our light and cultivate an environment of negativity that affects not only ourselves, but also those around us. The journey towards forgiveness is deeply personal and varies for each individual. It necessitates an acknowledgement of the hurt, a willingness to process it, and ultimately, the courage to release it. This process is not a sign of weakness but a testament to our resilience. By choosing to forgive, we create space for healing and open ourselves up to the joy that can emerge from releasing the past. It is through this act of redemption that we reclaim our light, allowing love and understanding to flow back into our lives, transforming echoes of pain into melodious notes of compassion. The allure of control often creeps in as we navigate life's uncertainties. In a world where chaos can feel all-consuming, the desire to gain a sense of power can lead even the most benevolent of souls down a treacherous path. This need to control often arises from fear of loss, fear of inadequacy, or fear of vulnerability. When good people begin to feel threatened, they may resort to manipulative behaviors as a means to safeguard themselves, believing that control will shield them from further hurt. The irony lies in the fact that, in seeking control, we can inadvertently sow discord and distance in our relationships, placing a strain on the very connections we cherish. Manipulation often begins subtly, disguised as wanting the best for others or trying to help. However, when these actions stem from a desire to control outcomes or to impose our will on others, we drift away from our core values of kindness and compassion. We may convince ourselves that our intentions are noble, yet the control we exert over others suffocates their autonomy and fosters resentment. This insidious shift not only alienates those we care about, but it can lead to a profound disconnection from our true selves, as we find ourselves trapped in a cycle of pretense and contradiction. To navigate away from this dangerous allure, we must establish a deep understanding of our motivations and reassess the need for control in our lives. This journey requires vulnerability and self-reflection, questioning whether our actions stem from fear or genuine love. By embracing this honesty, we learn to let go, acknowledging that true strength lies not in control but in trust, both in ourselves and in others. Cultivating an environment based on open dialogue and mutual respect transforms our relationships, allowing us to reconnect with our essence of goodness and soften the edges of manipulation. The masks we wear often reflect the personas we create to navigate the complexities of life. They serve as shields against judgment and vulnerability. In a world that places immense value on appearances, many of us find ourselves donning these masks to fit in, hide our insecurities, or to project an image of strength. Yet, over time, these facades can become so ingrained that we lose sight of our true selves, leading to a profound disconnection from our essence. This dissonance can leave us feeling empty, as if we are merely playing roles in a grand performance devoid of authenticity. The intricacies of this mask-wearing phenomenon can manifest in various ways. The overachiever striving tirelessly for approval, the people-pleaser who sacrifices their own needs for the sake of others, or the stoic individual who conceals deep-seated emotions. These roles, while initially protective, ultimately restrict our ability to express our true selves. When we conform to these expectations, we become estranged from our goodness, Our capacity for empathy, creativity, and love gets muffled under layers of pretense, dimming the light that once shone so brightly. Unmasking ourselves requires courage, a willingness to confront the fears and judgments that have perpetuated this disconnect. It involves bravely asking the questions, who am I without this mask? What do I truly value? As we embark on this journey, small moments of vulnerability can pave the way to authenticity. By sharing our thoughts, fears, and dreams with those we trust, we begin to peel back the layers that have held us captive. This reclamation of self fosters deeper connections, allowing us to embrace our light and express our goodness in its purest form. In the shadows of our souls, the potential for darkness lurks, waiting for the perfect storm of circumstance and emotion to awaken it. This inner demon, often born from unresolved pain and unmet needs, can rise to the surface during moments of conflict or vulnerability. It is easy to dismiss this darker side as separate from who we truly are, yet acknowledging its existence is a crucial step in our journey toward self-awareness. It's the experience of witnessing our flaws, our struggles, and our anger that can catalyze a powerful transformation if approached with love and understanding. The awakening of this inner demon can feel almost like a rite of passage, a chaotic blending of pain and a desire for retribution against those we feel have wronged us. This journey can lead good people to act in ways they never thought possible, lashing out in anger, retreating into bitterness, or even resorting to manipulation as a form of defense. It is essential to understand that these behaviors often stem from a deep-seated fear of vulnerability and a longing for retribution rather than a reflection of our core values. Recognizing this can shed light on the fact that we are not defined by our demons, but rather we are made stronger by confronting them head-on. By accepting and integrating this inner demon, we embark on a journey into healing and redemption. It involves recognizing the pain that fuels our darker instincts and transforming that energy into a quest for self-improvement and forgiveness. Each encounter with our inner demon presents an opportunity to cultivate empathy toward ourselves and others, breaking the cycle of hurt and retribution. In unearthing and acknowledging our shadows, we learn to harness their power for growth, allowing us to emerge from the depths of our struggles with newfound strength and a profound appreciation for the light we carry. Reclaiming our light is a deliberate and empowering journey that involves several vital steps. First, it requires deep introspection and the courage to face our shadows, assessing the experiences and emotions that have led us away from our true selves. This can be a daunting process, but it is essential to understand that every step taken toward self-awareness is a step toward healing. By creating a safe space to explore our thoughts and feelings, through journaling, meditation, or conversations with trusted individuals, we can begin to untangle the complexities that bind us to darkness. Next, it's crucial to cultivate practices that nourish our soul and reinforce our light. Engaging in activities that bring us joy and peace, be it art, nature, or community service, fosters a deeper connection to our essence. By orienting our lives around positivity and fulfillment, we gradually shift our energy, allowing rays of light to pierce through the darkness that once enveloped us. Additionally, practicing gratitude and mindfulness can help ground us in the present, reminding us of the beauty and goodness that exist around us, even amidst life's tribulations. Lastly, the support of a nurturing community is vital in the journey of reclaiming our light. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift and encourage us creates an environment conducive to growth and healing. Engage in open dialogues about struggles, fears, and triumphs. These shared experiences create bonds based on understanding and compassion. In recognizing that we are not alone in our struggles, we strengthen our resolve to embrace our light. By actively choosing to foster connections that illuminate our paths, we empower ourselves and others to reclaim the light that resides within. Forgiveness is one of the most profound gifts we can offer ourselves and others in our quest for healing. It is a transformative act, one that releases the grip of past hurts, freeing our souls from the chains of resentment. When we forgive, we essentially choose to let go of the pain associated with the actions of others, shifting our focus from grievance to grace. This choice is not about excusing harmful behavior, but rather about liberating ourselves from the emotional burden that weighs us down, allowing our spirits to soar. The power of forgiveness extends beyond interpersonal relationships. It also includes forgiving ourselves for the mistakes we have made along the way. We are all imperfect beings navigating a complex world filled with challenges and choices. Often it's the inability to forgive ourselves that perpetuates cycles of shame and guilt, hindering our ability to embrace love and light. Recognizing our humanity, with all its flaws, is essential in the journey toward self-compassion and healing. By forgiving ourselves, we create an internal space where growth and transformation can occur, nurturing the light that resides within us. Engaging in forgiveness requires conscious effort and dedication. It can be a gradual process that unfolds over time. It often begins with an acknowledgement of the pain, followed by a deliberate choice to release it. There is immense power in writing letters of forgiveness. Whether or not we choose to send them, the act of articulating our feelings is a step towards liberation. As we lighten our emotional load, we create space for more profound connections, deeper understanding, and a greater capacity for love. Ultimately, embracing forgiveness not only heals our souls, but also illuminates the paths of those around us, reinforcing the collective journey towards light. Embracing light is not just a destination, it is a lifelong journey filled with growth, self-discovery, and transformation. As we navigate through the turbulence of life, the echoes of our past experiences can serve both as burdens and teachers, guiding us toward deeper insights about ourselves and the world around us. In facing our shadows and embracing our light, we come to understand that our struggles do not define us. Rather, they forge our character and fuel our desire for transformation. The journey to reclaim our inner goodness is akin to a phoenix rising from the ashes, powerful and radiant in its rebirth. Creating a life filled with light necessitates ongoing commitment and self-awareness. It calls for regular reflection on our choices, emotions, and connections, ensuring they align with our values and aspirations. Each step taken toward positivity, be it through cultivating healthy relationships, practicing forgiveness, or nurturing self-love, functions as a deliberate act of reclamation of our light. And while the journey will invariably encounter challenges, we must remember that overcoming darkness is a testament to our resilience, illustrating our innate capacity for growth and healing. As we embrace our light, we also inspire those around us to do the same. Our journey towards transformation is not conducted in isolation, but rather resonates outward in ripples, affecting the lives of others we encounter. When we foster an environment of understanding, kindness, and support, we create a collective space where light can flourish. Together, through shared growth and compassion, we truly embody the change we wish to see, a world where goodness prevails, and each soul can shine brightly, illuminating the paths for others in a dance of infinite love and light.